Here's a list of things that we tell ourselves to make sure we'll never be successful. Number one, we start off with telling ourselves that we're afraid of being successful. A lot of times it comes from being afraid of having your life change, getting new friends, getting new people around you, and actually just getting new work, getting out of your comfort zone. The next one is getting out of your comfort zone. Just telling yourself that you're too comfortable right now to do anything other than what you're doing right now. You probably want to, but you're just too comfortable. Number three is the blame game. A lot of times you blame the government, you'll blame your family, you'll blame friends, you'll blame everybody else and never run out of excuses until you realize that you are the reason to blame for your own situation right now. And you're the reason why you haven't reached success yet. The next thing is you tell yourself that you don't want to be successful because you don't want to become one of those kind of people. Whatever the heck that means. Whenever you walk down the street or whenever you're out and you see somebody that has a lot more than what you have, a nice car, fancy house, whatever, when you start telling yourself things like you don't want to be like that and you see like maybe 30 seconds of their life, you don't necessarily have to use that as an excuse as to why you can't be successful. Your success is not dependent on them, and it's not dependent on what you see that they're going to do or they have done. The next thing people tell themselves to make sure that they don't get successful is, what if this changes people's opinion of me? So what I mean is like, what if you fail? What if you don't do well? What if you're struggling and people are like, oh, well, he was doing or she was doing so well, and then all of a sudden now they're doing way worse. Oh, that's too bad. That's a terrible way to think about life, especially considering everybody who's ever been successful has had to face some sort of tremendous failure before they actually became successful. I mean, like really successful too. And last but not least, the I'll do it myself. Nobody else can ever do things the right way because you can always do it better. You can always do it quicker than they can, etc., etc. Well, if you're ever going to lead a successful organization, sales organization, you have to understand you are not the best that you can be. That's why you're not as successful as you can be. But other people can do things better than you. Usually when you have an attitude like that, you usually just don't trust anybody at all. And if you don't trust anybody, typically you can have a tough time building relationships, not just personally, but also in sales. If you're looking to fund your business, better call Sal.